Emergency skills for junior patrollers. Lesson 1, CPR. Never did it on any living person, though.
Jusia.
Sorry. You just woke up and here I am, chatting up a storm.
Are you all right? Do you feel any discomfort?
You can call me Trisha, and she's Yang Yang.
We are in the Gorgeous Spirits. It's on the outskirts of Jinzhou, Huanglong. Your attire doesn't seem local. Are you a roving traveler from afar, or someone returning home? So you don't know why you're here, where you're from, or who you are.
Baizhi didn't tell us you'd have these after effects when you wake up.
The wind has brought us a warning. The Etheric Sea is converging. It seems a new tacit field is taking shape.
That means it's probably gonna get dangerous here soon. Are out of service because of the Etheric Sea's influence. We can't send or receive messages for help now. We better hurry over to meet up with Baizhi at our gathering spot and get out of here. Guess you really can't recall a thing, but don't worry. If you got any questions, we can talk as we move. Yang Yang and I will give you the full scoop, every little detail from the get-go.
Rover, can we call you that for now? Before you remember your true name? We shouldn't stay here. If you don't have other plans, how about leaving with us for now? The terrains are complicated here, and we usually take that one route. If you don't mind, perhaps we can leave together for now. You can decide your future plans once we leave here.
Yeah, let's get going. Rover, I know you can't remember a thing, but there's one thing I'm 100% sure about you. You must be a resonator too.
You've got a tacit mark on the back of your hand, and you have a gourd. This is proof you're a resonator. Your gourd's design looks a bit different from the ones we use, though.
Also, we have resonators who can detect the formation of tacit fields nearby, like what Yang Yang just did. She can tell all kinds of information by reading the streams in the wind. That's her resonance ability, while I couldn't feel a thing. Plus, Plus, not many people are gonna hang out in the wilderness these days. Unless they're resonators. It may seem all nice and quiet here now, but you never know when a tacit discord might pop up out of nowhere. Oh my! Speak of the devil! Despite having forgotten everything? Wow! Watch me lead the charge next time! No one messes with my Shao.
What's wrong? Are you injured from the fight? This is the statue of Jue, the sentinel in Jinzhou, in the shape of a long. There is one capital and 6 cities in Huanglong, with each city having its own sentinel. While they share some similarities in appearance, there are also differences. You were standing face to face with our sentinel? One can hardly see our sentinel with their own eyes. Most people only get the chance during the appointment ceremonies. According to your description, you stood pretty close. Only the sentinel's appointed resonator is allowed in its proximity. For now, that person is the magistrate of Jinzhou.
Whoa, darn! That must be an elite class! Oh, yeah.
Chixia might be in danger. Rover, please.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us.
Let me be your blade.
Tempest!
That was close. You fought so well. I didn't even get a chance to help, and Yang Yang just rushed over to protect you like a Anyway, Yang Yang, see? There's a resonance beacon over there. When you see a beacon, be sure to register and activate it. It's usually safe within a 5-meter radius of a beacon. It can protect you from danger sometimes.
Rover, could you hand me your terminal for a moment? Done. Its design and system version are different from ours, but your terminal still has the data transfer and other basic functions. We are almost at the gorge's entrance. There will be a descent, but if...
Once you're out of the gorge, there's only a short walk to reach Jinzhou. Jinzhou is the safest place around here. The resonance nexus provides coverage for the whole city. Besides, we've got a protective barrier and strong fortifications. Maybe it's not as big as some other cities, but Jinzhou is always the best place in my heart.
Jinzhou sits between the Desert Highland and the Norfolk Barrens. It's a border city and a fortress. It's very crucial to the safety of Huanglong.
Huh? We've agreed to meet up with Baizhi here. Where is she?
This is the center of the Etheric Sea.
A tacit field? When did it show up? It wasn't here when we just got here.
But I didn't sense a hint of a tacit field's presence.
So it appeared while we weren't looking? Like in the blink of an eye? Or maybe the Etheric Sea can tell where we are. Could it be following us?
The center of the tacit field.
Isn't that Baizhi? Baizhi! Baizhi!
We're too far away. Perhaps she can't hear us.
We agreed to meet up around here, and she said she was off to collect some samples. Gosh, did she really go straight into the heart of a tacit field for that?
Baizhi wouldn't take such risks without careful consideration. Freshly formed tacit fields go through a dormant period. The faster a tacit field forms, the longer its dormant period lasts. For now, this tacit field should be safe.
True. Who could have set the bait then?
Some tacit discords can parrot human speech and behavior, namely the whisperings. I doubt whether they can imitate a real person to this extent, though. Right. The glider can't carry us beyond the tacit field's range. Besides, Baizhi is there. We'll have to go down and see what is going on. Now it's time to use the glider module. Frover, let me help you activate it.
We're in a dormant tacit field, right? Why did you come here by yourself? Baizhi, you know we... Huh?
You are all right, it seems.
Yeah, she was super energetic, handled a super big TD, way more spirited than me.
I've been keeping an eye on her condition through the stream. It isn't. Baizhi is just concerned about your condition. She must think we shouldn't be letting you move around that much, since you've just regained consciousness.
has clouded your judgment, Yang Yang. Her vitals are stable, with normal-sized pupils and a steady breathing rhythm. This isn't the place for talking. Let's go.
Bad timing.
It's the tacit discourse again. Be careful.
Let me be your blade.
I'm okay.
One more time.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute. No hesitation. The hour is upon us. Bad timing.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute.
Are you hurt? Oh, thank goodness. We could see that darn barrier, but couldn't lay a finger on it.
I'm fine too. I've never seen such a formidable tacit discord before, but Rover was able to completely defeat it.
Rover, what was that last move called? That looked as cool as Fiamma's killer move.
That's strange. This place isn't known to be so dangerous.
Anyway, come check this out.
Oh, this is an echo.
Wow, an echo of the elite class. Someone got lucky today.
My apologies. We got a little carried away. Does reverberation or echo ring a bell to you, Rover? Everything in our world is made up of frequencies, and every sound generates a reverberation. Those echoes are the lingering reverberations of tacit discords after they disintegrate. We can absorb them into the databanks in our Pangu terminals.
Oh, by Pangu terminal, she means the gourd-shaped device every resonator has, developed by researchers in Huanglong. But you see, it's not always we get to find these. Also, there's a limit to what your gourd can absorb.
Absorption is only possible when your databank's level is equal to or higher than the tacit discord's level. The terminal can then convert its reverberation into an echo for use in battle. My terminal issued a warning when it detected that tacit discord earlier. It should at least be an Overlord class. Rover, would you mind checking your databank level?
No need for that. Rover, why don't you just try absorbing it with your terminal? Oh, so it doesn't work.
It won't take long before the reverberations disappear and the etheric sea vanishes. Once that happens, the resonance beacon signals will come back. The tacit field will dissipate, biding time for its next resurgence. We'll need to report the unusual phenomena here to the City Hall and the Academy. Let's make our exit.
Hungry. I'm starving. What kind of power is that? Rover, you've been playing the fool all along? I've never seen a resonance ability quite like this. You got any other tricks up your sleeve? Like eating a whole tacit discord? Grilling echoes alive? I heard some folks tried to cook gull puffs, and they even made it a local specialty, didn't they? Speaking of which, gull puff's a type of tacit disc. I'm even more curious now. Anyway, spicy food is always the best.
Rover, are you feeling all right? Any discomfort? Could it be the side effect of fighting that tacit discord? Baizhi, can we take Rover to do a checkup at Huashu Academy's Resonance Medical Department? Baizhi?
Absorbing echoes with the human body is not entirely unprecedented.
With the human body. I remember Comprehensive Mirror for Historians mentioned this in the Huanglong section's opening. A celestial being descended, commanding the Tiangun's boundless power. Assuming mortal form, they condensed the primordial essence, creating Pangu. Cleaving heaven and earth apart, they aligned the celestial and terrestrial. Their radiance encompassed the four corners. Thus began the illustrious annals of Huanglong, as provinces were first demarcated. That's where the names Pangu Terminal and Tiangun Databank come from.
Whether it's true or not, that story happened a long time ago, when Jinzhou didn't even exist. Could it be that Rover's like the great granny of us all?
Let's not jump to conclusions without enough data and proper analysis. Rover.
Wait! The signal's back!
This is a holographic message to all of Jinzhou from the City Hall.
My fellow soldiers and citizens, I apologize for any inconvenience caused. I am Jinzhou, the magistrate of Jinzhou. As the moon-chasing festival approaches, our city welcomes visitors from around the world. The festivities are highly anticipated by our people, and I too share in this joyful sentiment. Jinzhou has always been a crucial defense against the tacit discord outbreaks, safeguarding Huanglong. We have a heavy responsibility on our shoulders with no room for retreat or failure. It is the dedication of our warriors, along with the diligence of our citizens, that has allowed us to thrive in peace and prosperity. Despite the challenges of tacit discords, we remain steadfast and hospitable to visitors, upholding our enduring traditions. With that in mind, I have a favor to ask. Among our many visitors, there is one visitor that holds utmost importance to me, the city of Jinzhou, and the entirety of Huanglong. We have awaited your arrival for a long time. Given the circumstances, you may be feeling bewildered at this time. You should have noticed some strange happenings related to you. If you plan to stay in Jinzhou for some time, I would be more than delighted to personally meet you in the City Hall of Jinzhou. While I cannot guarantee to provide all the answers you need, I will do my best to assist you and provide necessary permissions, if applicable. This is only my personal request. You can decide your course of action in any way you see fit. Therefore, I request the people and soldiers of Jinzhou to assist this esteemed visitor when the opportunity arises.
Why do I get this feeling?
This person our magistrate was talking about?
As Frover. Are you curious about our magistrate's title, Rover? Our magistrate's real name is C. Usually, the Sentinel selects a candidate during the appointment ceremony to become our magistrate. They will then take on the city's name as their surname, This signifies their wholehearted dedication to the city and its people.
Hey, that ain't the point, okay?
What are your plans now, Rover? I remember you had a flashback of yourself looking into its eyes when you saw the statue of our sentinel. We can't confirm its authenticity, but based on the magistrate's message, it seems Jinzhou has a lot to do with your past. Whether you were the visitor our magistrate mentioned or not, you are surely important to Jinzhou, and you will be our important
Friend! We've already entrusted our lives to each other. I've never seen so many TDs packed together. And that elite one was so scary. Well, you did get rid of most of them. Anyway, once we're back in Jinzhou, I'll treat you that famous specialty from Panhua's restaurant.
It would be best for your well-being to have a thorough physical examination once we arrive in Jinzhou. While there don't seem to be any immediate side effects following the absorption of that echo, we cannot rule out the possibility of other latent...
I'm gonna get you one you can absorb. I never go back on my promise. Your hero Chisha's on the hunt.
No hesitation.
Ha!
Let me be your blade.
Can you reenact what you did before?
Maybe you can only absorb the powerful ones with your body. Or does it have to be a certain type of tacit discord? Or maybe we should give your terminal a whirl. Yay! It worked! I've never seen a... Your terminal's got a different look, but the functions are pretty much the same.
Let me be your blade. This is the answer to our endeavor.
Swift and resolute. Strike from the shadows. Ha!
Speeding up.
Shake the shakeless! Swift and resolute. Ha!
Look! Jinzhou City's just up ahead!
Rover? There you are. My dearest. Seed of fate.
Alrighty, what should we do next? Shall we go grab a bite?
I am to return to the academy. The anomalies of the gorges of spirits, the resurgence of that tacit field, and the many wave-worn phenomena occurrences. I should report them in time.
Then I'll go submit our report and prepare the documentation needed for Rover's audience with the magistrate while I'm there. It's the political hub of Jinzhou, and where the Grand Library is located. The City Hall is an important place. Seeking an audience with a magistrate isn't too difficult, but there are still rules to follow.
Then I guess I'll take Rover over to the Nexus Tower for registration first, and we'll just hang out for a while. Being new to Jinzhou and all, she can't be left standing outside the City Hall with nothing to do. Hospitality is our local specialty, you know.
Then I'll leave you in Shizia's care, Rover. Is that all right with you? I'll give you a call once the paperwork is done.
Leave it to me.
I'll send the branch of Resin Medical Science a notice. We need to conduct a thorough physical examination on you to make sure you are fine. Come visit the academy after your audience if you have no other plans. The unique nature of your condition requires specialized treatment only available in the Huashu Academy. And your body is bound to arouse the interests of many researchers. Myself included.
Baizhi, I think your last sentence could be worded better.
I see. I agree that my phrasing lacked the attention to detail. Please allow me to reorganize my words.
You guys done yet? What's the holdup? Let's move! Then I'll have more time to show Rover around. We've got loads of fun in Jinzhou. We can go watch lion dances, hero plays, stand-up shows, and then maybe the martial championships. Plus tons of different treats to try out. You think it, we have it. Chissa, ally of justice, at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero? Here we are, Jinzhou's Nexus Tower. Exactly. Let me see, think of it as Jinzhou's largest service station, or an integration hub. It's something along those lines. I'm not much of a tech person myself. Long story short, it's a navigator, a defense system, and a regional information center all in one enormous package. The smaller ones we ran into earlier are resonance beacons. Data is shared between all beacons. You activate one, and the entire map's data will be relayed to your terminal. Pretty nifty, huh? Just place your terminal here.
Arrangements in place. Frover, you can come visit the magistrate at any time. Shuzia, do you mind bringing Rover over to the city hall?
The magistrate's expecting. Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it. Every guest is important to Jinzhou. They didn't tell me I'm not. Why can't you let me talk to the magistrate?
How far did you get? Did you manage to see the magistrate? I got
Sanhua! She even looked back at me! And I even got Lady Sanhua's verbal assurance that I wasn't the guest the magistrate was waiting for. But who cares anyway? I was able to witness Lady Sanhua in the flesh and be rejected by her in person.
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting? Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it.
Ew. First time seeing such a crowd in front of the city hall.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before. Most of the people here have applied for an audience, but I heard they've all been turned down. Most people were advised to leave by the magistrate's bodyguard upon sending in their applications. The ones staying here are either trying to apply for some other people or just too stubborn to leave. The few that made it inside said it only took one freezing look from Lady Sanhua and they were compelled to leave.
What kind of description is that? Sounds like they've met some snake-haired lady and got turned into stone.
She's the magistrate's personal bodyguard.
Oh, I've heard of her before. She's the all-round Death Glare / Terminator Ice Beauty. That's what the rumors say, at least.
There is a small chance she's not in the city hall, but it's very unlikely for her not to be in Jinzhou. Or rather, it's nearly impossible for the magistrate to leave Jinzhou at all. With her busy schedule, it's already difficult to find any time off. In addition, as the magistrate of Jinzhou, leaving the land under her jurisdiction without authentication is not allowed unless she's engaged on a business trip or when Jinzhou's safety is under threat.
Yep, there's gotta be something big if that's the case. So this is the true confidence of our rover. I agree, though. So far, you've been ticking all the boxes in our magistrate's description. Sure it can.
Have you thought of something, Rover? You mean... I can't really keep up with your thoughts, but I think a meeting with a magistrate wouldn't hurt.
Same here. Anyway, our magistrate's the best lead we have for now, no matter what she has in store for Rover. VIP or not VIP, special or not special, that doesn't matter at all. Unless there's money to earn, of course.
What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover your memories? In that case, how about meeting with the magistrate first? She may have the answers you're looking for. We're not allowed to go with you. Shizia and I will be right outside the city hall. We'll be waiting for you.
That's right. We're not going anywhere. Just give us a shout if anything goes down. Wait, no, we won't be able to hear ya. Plus, they've got this rule about not yelling inside the city hall.
I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting. Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking.
Please, follow me. Kindly have a seat. Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate. I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time. Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person. Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madam Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person. Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task, Madam Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person. I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madam Magistrate. Please accept my sincerest gratitude. Yes, Madam Magistrate does hope to have your assistance, but there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment. When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Instead, they should serve as clues that lead you toward the truth. Madam Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you. Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional. Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate. You look undistorted and authentic in your original form.
In my eyes, you appear the way you are. They all look different. May I have your terminal for a moment? I need your terminal for access pass authorization. In the meantime, I will configure the latest utility modules for you. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you anytime. Anything I can help you with, Rover? With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? The Midnight Rangers, under General Jian's command, are a garrison in Jinzhou. They consist of the vanguards for offensive operations against tacit discords, and the rear guards for city defense. Additionally, there is a detachment unit called the Outriders, mostly made up of volunteers or reservists who serve as reconnaissance agents. Most of the servicemen of today are comprised of resonators. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? Jinzhou is not the most populated city in Huanglong. As a border city, it is the front line in countering tacit discord outbreaks. Jinzhou holds a special place in my heart. I can't say I am too familiar with my hometown, but I do feel a homely sense of attachment to Jinzhou. Maybe it's because here lives a person who changed my life. If I were to introduce Jinzhou with my own words, I'd say it's a city one would easily grow attached to. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? Anything I can help you with, Rover? Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. Our magistrate's birth name was Si. She took on the name Jinzi when she became the magistrate of Jinzhou. Nowadays, she is usually addressed as Madam Magistrate. Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything. She is also known as the Loom Maiden because of her resonance connection with our sentinel, Jue, who manifests in the shape of a loom. The ways Huanglong's magistrates interact with their corresponding sentinels can differ. In Jinzhou, our magistrate seems to share a familial bond with the sentinel, though this is what I understand from what she has told me. I have only seen our sentinel a handful of times, of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. It depends on Madam Magistrate, and It depends on your decision, Rover. Please pardon me. This is all I can say at the moment. Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of anything I can help you with, Rover? With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? I suggest looking into where these tokens come from. Examine their locations of origin, and explore the sites or past events they represent. Then you should uncover the message Madam Magistrate wanted to convey, and hopefully learn everything you want to know. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? Of course, it is fully up to you. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? Anything I can help you with, Rover? Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. I'm afraid not. I have never seen you before. If I had, I would never forget you. Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Frover! It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the city hall. It sure is.
Shizia. The increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious rover.
I'm afraid.
Aren't you the practical type? I'd love me some chili sauce tofu, Jinzhou mao chai, spicy meat slices. Ugh, I'm starving. Wait a sec. We still need to meet up with Baizhi first, right?
Do you have any plans, Rover?
Fair point. A 3-day vacation it is. Let's go chill out then. We'll figure out the tokens when we have the chance. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. It sounds like you're off to a secret date or something. What is our magistrate planning to do with these token puzzles? A soulmate?
So, Madam Magistrate left some hidden clues in her tokens. Clues that only the right person would be able to decipher. But Frover has lost all memories and would likely forget any kind of decryption method they agreed on. It doesn't quite make sense. Or maybe she is trying to make Frover notice something else. Frover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them? A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good. But what does it mean as a token? It seems like a miniature sundial. It is a horological device that tells time by using sunlight's direction. Sundials in Huanglong usually have marked lines for the 12 shichuns in a day, and every shichun is 2 hours long, with some showing seasons or months. The design of this sundial looks a bit unusual, though. On this sundial, time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches drawn on the outer ring of its surface, and its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Huanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east, the white tiger stands for the west, the vermilion bird stands for the south, and finally, we have the black tortoise for the north. It seems the sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how could it work when there is not a compass attached? Not to mention, the lack of sunlight basically renders it useless.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This is a mangosteen fruit. Mangosteens are not native to Jinzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years, but still. So Zhixia and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Frover?
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
I don't have candy like that. But I got this. It's really good. You can have one. Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
There's still some distance to the Huaxiu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster. Yang Yang just installed some apps for you, remember? Just look for the one that's called Utilities on the terminal. See? Just open the utility. See? See? Just open the utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like the Jinzhou Speedster, you gotta master the grapple. Come on, give it a shot, Rover. Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When did he disappear? Don't worry, it's all right. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Oops, almost forgot. Can't be late. Sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec. Stop! Stop! Don't call me that. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure, go do your thing. Don't worry, I'm staying with him. Rover, let's go inside. To my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortefi from the Department of Safety. Baizhi once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baizhi, but, it seems we've caught him at a bad time.
But we're wondering if you can further optimize it.
Well, make your feedback specific.
We find it a bit hard to use. It's heavy, and the engine doesn't work very well. Can you reduce its weight by another 10% and double the tacitite energy output?
I see. So you want a portable heavy tank. That's quite a brilliant idea.
Yes, indeed. There must be something you can do, correct? We'll try to cut costs as much as you can, but you can invest in better materials to reduce the weight.
That's easy. But in order to cut costs, I need you to double my research budget.
What do you mean? How can we save money when the budget is double?
Oh, so you do know doubling the budget will lead to cost savings. Funny how you apply double standards when you're the one making requests. Regarding the good material you asked for, well, I see some right in front of me. You're the perfect material to be shipped off to the blacksmiths for a good old-fashioned beating. Marvelous. Trying to exhaust public research resources for personal gain at a time like this.
It is
You
natural
must
to
think
feel
you're
dreadful
so
of the
smart.
unknown.
Just admit that you can't do it. How dare you spew such insults in public?
Oh, I apologize if you felt humiliated. I thought you must have a thick skin to present such an unreasonable request. Besides, didn't I just tell you? I can fulfill any request you may have. But that's gonna cost extra.
How dare you! We're divesting. I'm telling you. I'm leaving.
Interesting. Do you really think the meager investment you made over a decade ago is enough to make any difference? I've been paying more money every day to treat my colleagues to afternoon teas. People in Huanglong have a good tradition of reciprocating help generously, and the Academy has been treating its investors with respect. You've already received a 120% return on your investment, haven't you? I suggest you take what you can get. Blame your bad luck for crossing paths with me, the only foreigner here at the Academy. I don't plan to follow that good tradition. I speak up when you get on my nerves. Farewell, you're free to leave.
Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something? My apologies. Did I startle you?
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baizhi, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baizhi should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation, and he joined the Huashu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Shizia told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baizhi?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is always straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies-related branches. Yes, Mortifi is the branch of Tacitite Weaponry's head within the Department of Safety. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room. I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? I don't think I've ever had anything like this in my childhood. No, I'm from the New Federation. You mean the sugar pearl might be unique to Huanglong?
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baizhi, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Frover?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that.
Frover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. Frover, I don't think we'll find what we need here. Frover!
have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Do you have any questions before we begin? Based on the samples collected, the Tacit Discord you defeated was at least an Overlord class. After defeating it, you seemingly absorbed its frequency energy with your bare hands. Tacit Discords are classified according to the concentration levels of their characteristic frequencies. Generally, Tacit Discords with higher concentration levels are considered to pose greater threats. The current classification levels, from lowest to highest, are Common, Elite, Overlord, and Calamity. Additionally, there is a special type of Tacit Discord, and we call them the Threnodians. Do you have any questions before we begin? When a Tacit Discord is eliminated, its frequency energy may linger in the form of an incorporeal manifestation, which is known as a reverberation. A resonator's terminal collects and records said reverberations, turning them into echoes that can be directed as desired. The combat abilities of these echoes can then be replicated through the terminal's databank module, enabling resonators to use them in battles. Additionally, some echoes' abilities allow resonators to briefly transform into their shapes. Yes, to some extent. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Enemy's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated Tacit Discords like you normally would.
Let me be your blade.
As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. Now, we will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
Transmitting frequency.
I sense your weakness.
Let me be your blade.
Tempest! Ha!
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it is not your resonance ability. I suppose we'll do another one to fully test your potential.
Swift and resolute. Ha! Moment of resonance.
Let me be your blade.
Shape the shapeless. Swift and resolute. Ha!
We've gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Oh, thank goodness. You're awake, Baizhi. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? An enormous moon looming above you. Now, this reminds me of the unusual sightings that supposedly happened during a past war. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
I am Baizhi, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us. Talk is cheap. Show me the action.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there's a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. Well, that's a no-brainer indeed. We could certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism, that is. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Frover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, This component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll drop a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them. Division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like to avoid stepping foot in Jiang Li's workshop ever again. The mere thought of that place brings me migraines. It's a minefield of clutter and chaos. A murky swamp within the Academy walls, as vile and perilous as some primeval forest before the lament. Any civilized human would find it impossible to stand.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover? I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortify's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortify. Mr. Mortify, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Jinzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortify?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now?
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries.
Yes, the large data repository is located in Huanglong's major cities.
The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it! It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. Frover, it's here! There are 2 photos here. If I remember correctly, Jinzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Jinzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Jinzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Frover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament. But I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Jinzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Jinzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance. We owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it... But you are not from Jinzhou. Maybe the place you came from had a similar situation. With this thought, perhaps, the reports about the sugar pearl are just one part of the clues. The other part about your past and memories is hidden in the documents on the way shelf. What do you think, Frover, about the sugar pearl? Jinzhou was the most recent city established in Huanglong. The mountains of spirits running from north to south divide Huanglong in two. The capital and the 5 cities are located in inner Huanglong, while Jinzhou is in outer Huanglong. The Battle of Gorges of Spirits was the catalyst to found Jinzhou. Tacit discords were born in the Norfolk Barrens, and their invasion route was originally traceable. However, the emergence of the Crownless changed it. The Crownless is a tacit discord that embodies war itself. The hatred of the fallen warriors and the fear of the survivors are the ingredients for it. With the limited information available, some researchers have speculated its connection with the Threnodian. When it comes to the Threnodian, there is a lot to tell. For now, think of it this way. The Threnodian is the most powerful tacit discord. The Battle of the Threnodian that happened long ago was to fend it off. According to the reports, the Crownless is very similar to the formidable tacit discord we encountered. Our sentinel, Jue, manifested before us in that battle. Frover, about the sugar pearl. We have the symbol Wei now. This should go with the time part. But we can't yet solve the puzzle with this alone. Maybe we can figure out the cardinal direction part by looking into the tokens again. It might have something to do with how we got one of the clues. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her personality, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefited us since she took office. Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Councillor Changli due to the young age of the magistrate. Lady Changli is our magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a high position in the Central Secretariat, but she requested a transfer to Jinzhou. I've also heard rumors painting her as a cunning manipulator rather than a loyal servant.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... In other words, there are people who need to be misled, and they may obtain these tokens. It seems there may be hidden dangers lurking in Jinzhou. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baizhi said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Jiang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I need to visit the person who reported the case tomorrow. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now. You betcha! All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
Talk about hospitality. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow.